Okay, so second sesh here on the 24th of November 2017. I'm going to go into that new Mormon Doctrine subreddit that I mentioned and just go straight there on this video and discuss, show what I found there so far and the fact that I haven't been kicked off and I might not be. Well, they're not planning on it yet, and I actually kind of want to advocate checking it out, and maybe if you haven't figured out what Reddit is, then I think this one, even though it's a small one, has got a lot of good intention here and good material already starting. So you got to start somewhere, and I think we at least have a good fair mod that's not really trying to be into censorship, just wants people to try to be nice. You know, kind of like Gordon B. Hinckley said, we need to just love everybody even though we're killing them while we're bombing them, and he thought that was okay. Heavenly Father approved of it, but kill them nicely. So we'll nicely share the truth in the Mormon Doctrine subreddit, not use any vitriolic language, especially not say things to each other that are kind of things you hear sometimes on YouTube comments. Not usually mine, but some others. Okay, I've been called a douchebag by one of Hallie Everett's groupies, but Hallie wouldn't do that. Anyway, here we go. Here we go. This has to be vertical. But I mean, you know, you can do the triple tap or something and expand it so it's bigger. Alrighty. And where are we now? So am I into my thing here? Probably not. Just take a second. Gosh, things are slow here. I'm going to have to get closer to my source of light and truth here, of internet connectivity. Oh my, this looks like something I want to... It's like something I would post. Oh, well, it's conspiracy. DC is an outdoor Masonic temple, and our founding fathers were no better than the Rothschilds. Okay. There you go. And Mormonism is part of it. But we're going to be doing something a little different right now. So I'm just going to my history here. Mormon Doctrine viewpoint. So, actually, this doesn't even come up. When I put in Mormon, it didn't even appear. I mean, you got like Mormon circle jerks or whatever, but you don't have... I don't know actually how you find this one. The way I found it was this guy posted onto Mormon, where I've been banned now, I guess permanently. They don't tell me why, but that's pretty much par for the course. And they said, here's where the discussion is, which I think is a violation of their kind of, at least their policy, if not their rules. But what the heck, he's guerrilla marketing, and so you got to do what you got to do. It's kind of like putting business cards out at a shopping center and ditching the security guards, you know? What's the guy's name here? This was another word I actually had to look up. Pedantic God. Yeah, I looked it up, and maybe you better look it up too. Oh, anyway, I think it related to understanding certain belief systems, and I'll look it up again, but not right now. At least not by voice, because Google screws me over with that. They don't like to do two things at once here. Okay, so this is the one where This is not the one where I commented, but basically, these guys, if you read the what they're trying to do here, I'm just going to go into the actual, I want to show some of the comments, but I'll go into their little thing here. You know, this is up at the top, their top right's where I click, there's subscribe, all that stuff. And you go to community info, can't view community, that's tremendous. Well, I could earlier. Maybe the community was cursed because I joined it or something. Good Lord. I really wanted to show something. So anyway, look at this. So this one, this is Mormon Doctrine. I think this should be in all caps, but maybe I'm just wrong. But we're talking about Bruce McConkie's book, Mormon Doctrine, not just the topic of Mormon Doctrine. So I made a pretty good comment on here. Should I just read it? So these guys, I got to saw a pedantic God who was the original poster on something where I created a little controversy, I think, with him maybe. Well, I guess, listen, the deal was they want to have people come on that are true blue Mormons, TBM, true believing, on there and not get scared away. And I probably laid it on a little thicker than they were hoping, but it was factual, which, you know, it's kind of hard to knock the facts. Unless you're on Latter-day Saints, then they just ban you because facts are a problem for them. So, I got to watch these two guys basically discussing, well, what should we do about this guy Dodger game? His content looks like it's pretty interesting, but we just gotta help him be a little bit nicer. Tell these people nicely that they're full of it. Okay, I don't want to put words in their mouth. They didn't exactly say that. You can read what they said on the on the one there. But here they're discussing, you know, that book Mormon Doctrine, and they're going to go with the revised edition. You know, after the apostles decided that Bruce was saying things he shouldn't say, they were totally cool with Mormon Doctrine, and the, you know, Negroes were fence sitters and whatever. How to have your calling election sure, who knows what else. Until the 1978 revelation came, when they had to make sure they'd have enough temple workers in Brazil to make the São Paulo temple work. So then they said, Bruce, what the hell are you doing telling people about what Brigham Young said, that the Negroes can't have the priesthood until the millennium? You know, you're making us look bad when we show that Jesus is changing his mind again so that he can cover for the fact that we didn't do a demographic study well enough in São Paulo and find out we had lots of white Negroes and wouldn't be able to operate the temple, the first temple in South America. So they got the new version, and there's still issues here that these guys are going to discuss, but I want to actually look at other items in the channel here. So Mormon Doctrine right there. All right, 270 subscribers. Wow, they got another couple dozen since I joined or something like that. How's my math? Maybe a dozen. 48, 50, 68. It's been a rough couple of days, trust me. So they got something here on the CES letter, and they're going to discuss a lot of these doctrinal points in here, and look at this material. In other words, they're really, this pedantic God guy is providing probably, well, I've noticed more of his posts than anybody else, but he's we kind of got into it a little bit early on, but his goal is to have good material here and have it friendly enough that people can actually figure out that they're full of it in a nice way, I think. At least I'm guessing. I don't want to put words in his mouth. Even though he put words in my mouth, I think his intentions are basically good. So, and the John 2 guy, who's the mod, I think is very fair so far. At least he didn't kick me out of there for saying that Mormonism isn't what the brethren tell us. So, all of these things on the CES letter, they've got, you know, subject matter broken down into various areas that they're encouraging discussion on. So I'm going to throw, you know, some videos in here, obviously, and say, hey, here's where you can, you know, get the video version of a lot of these things, and you can comment both places. I'm going to try to promote this channel a little bit because they're really trying to bring out actual information rather than just the kind of crap you see on Fair Mormon, you know, where all they want to do is find a way to figure out that, you know, there's something wrong with you so they can discredit you, or pretend that there is, or just say, you're an anti-Mormon, don't listen to them, Satan's leading them, you know? Have I actually showed much of anything here? It's hard for me to walk and talk and do all this stuff at the same time. I guess I'm not perfect at this. So here are some of the topics. The Mormon Doctrine Project, polygamy and polyandry. And like I said, they're breaking it down and talking about, certain topics, and they've got kind of like what I said in that last video, where Subi Sum is leaving nice links in the comments here that we've got on on our channel, Dodger Game channel. We're getting that kind of stuff right in the post here from this pedantic God guy. He's got some kind of a stake in this, I think. That's my opinion. And he is... all right, Ryan McKnight, if you heard me say he has a stake in it, should I say he's a stakeholder? Anyway, I think we could say he has a stake. I'm guessing he has a stake in it. I'm going to word that as almost as carefully as Ben Bernanke or Gordon B. Hinckley. But he looks like he's, trying to promote this channel, and I think he's doing a pretty good job of it. Other than a little bit of the things he said to me, which I think we might be past at this point. Okay, so a lot of good material here. So how do you get to it? I'll probably try and create a link to the channel and throw it in, because like I said, I couldn't seem to look it up. So I'll throw a link in the description here in a little bit. Otherwise, I found an article by this pedantic God guy, which you can maybe look up him. He's not the only one posting. There's another guy there who gives some nice compliments, so I'm going to have to say something nice about him. Yeah, Pipes be calling. He said he liked my videos, so he must be cool. He's on my good side for sure. And he commented about one of my comments in the article that I was commenting on the first time. Actually, I made a pretty good comment. Maybe I should actually show it. Maybe I'll save it for another time. I'll just do that. I think I'll cut this because I don't want to be too long. I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm an idiot rambling, and I don't want to do that. But as you can see, these, Book of Mormon issue 11, Trinitarian changes to the text. I mean, they're very detailed. Well, that's called Mormon Doctrine. It's not called, let's call people names and, all that kind of stuff. So, where would be a better place to discuss aspects that are of concern, or just to learn more about your religion? And if you can still believe after you see this, there will be, it's got to be dangerous to, it's dangerous to ignorance, and you have to pretty much be ignorant of a few things, or really good at mental gymnastics to really keep belief, I think, in the church's authority claims based on all the contradictions that you will find. But they're discussing these doctrines, and it's not necessarily all going to be like that. Here we're talking about the CES letter. It looks like it. I mean, I saw that chart on there in the CES letter, Book of Mormon. So this is probably up my alley if I can just not be too vitriolic. Kill testimonies with love. Yeah, in the name of the age of reason, amen. Dodger Game out. Have a safe Friday night.